show, and I've got these fun ones.
You know, my first guest knows a thing or two about Mardi Gras, and now he's bringing carnival spirit to Halloween with Krewe of BOO. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Chet.
So tell us about Krewe of BOO.
Well, the Krewe of BOO was actually started by my father right after Hurricane Katrina. It was he wanted to do something for the first responders in New Orleans, and it rolled in 2009, 10, and 11. And for 3 years as the Krewe of BOO for 2 of those years, and then he renamed it the Krewe of Halloween.
Right.
Didn't roll for a couple of years, and I was at a parade a few years ago, and I'm getting showered with all these beads, and I'm not picking them up, and I'm going, wow, this is kind of wasteful. And I mean, I said, I want to see some different things thrown that I actually want, and I started thinking, I said, you know, we've got great products here in New Orleans, why don't we start throwing those from the parade? And I said, you know, why not bring back the Krewe of BOO? And I did in 2013 last year, and everything we threw last year was produced pretty much in the state of Louisiana, and went off real well. I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be received because we weren't throwing as much as you would in a typical parade, because the items are a little bit more costly. However, when you catch something at that parade, you're catching something you really want, like an Aunt Sally's pralinette.
Something to eat.
Yeah, something to eat, yeah. And PJ's was a sponsor of the parade. We're throwing 2-ounce coffee packets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with PJ's coffee. We have Elmer's. We do Chewies, Elmer's Chewies, Elmer's caramel corn. And then we have Giacona Container Company, which is a local company we're producing. It's a green product. It's a cup, a throwable, you know, like the Mardi Gras throw cups, which those will last forever, and everybody has them in their cabinets. And so we're doing, and we have a local artist, Simone. Are you familiar with Simone?
Yeah, Simone, yeah.
Simone, I had him commission him to do a poster with a Krewe of BOO on it, and I took that poster and we took pictures of it. We're going to put that on cups, and we're going to throw 3-inch by 8-inch magnets this year that will be thrown to everybody in the streets. Really nice products. We also have some handmade little candy corn necklaces. And glass beads, or little beads with like the Cruise logo in it, and a witch on a broom. Lots of little Halloween things. So these will all be individually packaged. So really great stuff. But last year when we rolled, first of all, the best part of it is we actually roll through the French Quarter, which there's no other parade rolling through the French Quarter with large style floats and double-deck floats. So we start down on Elysian Fields in Decatur Street. Go in front of the French Market, St. Louis Cathedral, which is an amazing sight to see big double-deck floats going in front of St. Louis Cathedral. We go down to Canal Street, up Canal, U-turn at Royal, and then Chapatoulas, and we end up at Mardi Gras World for our after party called the Monster Mash. It's a costume ball. We're going to have Big Sam's Funky Nation performing at this party this year, and we also have a DJ from out in California who will go on at about midnight called Destructo. And we're kicking off Voodoo Fest weekend. We're rolling on Halloween Eve, which is Thursday, October 30th, and the next day is the beginning of Voodoo Fest. And somebody with Voodoo Fest is going to be riding in the parade. I can't say yet.
You can't say.
You can't say yet.
You can't. You can't.
Not yet.
Not yet. But can you give us a little hint, like a Chet Chat exclusive? Give us a little hint.
Well, I've got 2 local people that are riding in the parade. One, very well loved by the community, Deuce McAllister.
Yes.
Saints are playing that night at 7:25. We start our parade at 6:30. They're playing away at North Carolina, and Deuce, they're one of the sponsors, the Old Saint Bar, which is a bar and restaurant which is in the 100 block of Royal. And if you've not been there, absolutely an amazing transformation. That 100 block of Royal always was kind of, didn't look too good. Now that it's being cleaned up.
It looks very nice.
It's a nice gateway in Royal, and Deuce, that restaurant is really good, great food. But he's going to be riding in the parade. We also have Billy Nungasser, Plaquemines Parish President. He's the king of the parade this year. Last year we had Mark Romig, and this year we're having Billy Nungasser. But it's a local parade. Everything about it, all the floats are Halloween themed. We're going to be reusing the floats year in, year out, because once you do Dracula... Does the parade have a
theme this year?
Well, it's always Halloween.
It's always Halloween.
It's going to be Dracula, you know, all the characters you think of. And the goal is, over time, I want to transform these floats, like really do a nice Frankenstein float, fully sculpted with great lighting, with like Teslas on the back,
Right.
all this great special effects. But once you do it once, you do it well, and you make it along the lines of like the Leviathan or like one of the signature floats in one of the regular carnival parades. So once it's done, people will associate it with the parade every year. They'll come down. They'll want to come back when they have kids.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be part of tradition in New Orleans. And then the best part is all the marching groups that we have in the parade. We've got all after Katrina, all these new marching groups started popping up because people wanted to participate in carnival. And you had the 610 Stompers, you have the Pussyfooters, all the Cherry Bombs. Like we have the Fright Riders, which on horseback, they're all dressed up in scary garb and amazing decorations. We're going to have O. Perry Walker High School Band. Well, no, actually, they're out of town. I'm going to have a couple of those. They're participating in parades throughout the country right now. So they're not available. We have the Organ Grinders, the Urban Cowboys, which are...
So you have it all. You pulled out all the stuff.
Yeah, every local group, marching group, we have about 20 of them in the parade.
Tell us about, before we have to wrap up, tell us about Southwest Magazine that you have an ad in there. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what happened last year, before the parade in September, I get an email blast from Southwest, win a trip to one of America's most haunted cities, Key West.
Right.
And I'm going, Key West? Key West? No. I called up the people there and I said, New Orleans is definitely the most haunted. It's the most haunted city. And so you need to come down, and I invited some of their people in, had them ride in the parade, and they had a blast. And they in the September issue this year, they did a whole article on visiting New Orleans, and they had a sweepstakes.
That's great.
And it reaches 3.6 million people.
Right.
And so a
lot
of people
for the city.
Yeah, and I had some people call. I have a young couple that's coming in. He's going to propose to his girlfriend in the parade. So people from all over the country.
So before we have to wrap it up, one more time, tell us where people can get involved, where the parade is again, right fast, and when it is.
Well, Thursday, October 30th, rolls through the French Quarter, and if you need more information, you can go to www.kreweofboo.com. We also we have about 50 spots left in the parade if people are interested in riding. And the great thing is everybody gets to dress up in their own costume.
That's nice.
And we have makeup artists that do your face makeup. You board the float. So at the after party, not everybody looks the same. Everybody's got their own identity. And after party, we'll have a couple thousand people at it.
Okay, well, it sounds like a great time, and in New Orleans, we love a great parade, so why not, in a great city, to have a great parade for Halloween? So we appreciate you doing that, and the best of luck to you and Krewe of BOO. Thank you for being here on Chet Chat.
Thanks, Chet. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Guys, stay right there. We'll be right back.